God, I just oh, that was some special boy action right there. Oh, special boy. That fucking icon right there. Some dirt face shit right there. Mingo, cut it out. Mingo, cut it out. It's enough. Alright. Let's see about this, y'all. Set the AC to turn on when it gets warmer. Because last night I had to set the heat to turn on when it got cooler. And now I'm going to set this guitar to turn on so it'll get louder. You've got to be aggressive, be aggressive, got to be aggressive, be aggressive, got to be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive, got to be aggressive. You know you got to be aggressive, be aggressive. Don't be obsessive, don't be progressive, don't be concessive, be aggressive, because you're, I don't know, fucking bored. Oh, that's all I got. I don't know. Suppose I could have like thought of some lyrics and written them down. Would have been better if I didn't think of that while I was playing. Why? Why? Stop fucking with my drivers! Or I'll fuck with your tectonic plating. Kids. Anyways, because sometimes I can be aggressive. Be aggressive. Gold! What? No. Cigarettes, even better. Are you getting enough oxygen? Yeah. It's better when I have a beard, because I don't sit here and get in a goofy mood just because of how stupid my face looks to me. Like fucking silly putty. Did I mention I was stupid? Yeah, I'm fucking stupid sometimes. Okay. So, had to wipe off my palms there. I got a little excited, sorry. Yes, I'm still wearing the same shirt. Just be glad I'm wearing any shirt at all. Okay? Because, you know, like, I have like a 3-time guest rule. You know, like once you come over, you know, it's the South, basically. Once you come over 3 times, you're family. And you fucking get your own shit. I no longer, you know, the dad of the house no longer has to wear a shirt. You know, I've all been here 3 times or more. I shouldn't have to wear a fucking shirt right now. But anyways. So. Oh, congratulations. I just gotta say, Nancy Pelosi never looked so adorable the way she was fucking smiling. Just, there must be something to that. She was glowing. She was like, I'm gonna wipe the floor with you. She looked 20 years younger. Something's giving her new life. She must have went to that big sci-fi convention and had some reanimator fluid. Anyways. Oh my god, a fake TV host who doesn't make fun of... Who doesn't make fun of people who go to sci-fi conventions? Yeah. Only only the people that don't wear enough textile product to cover their meat product. That didn't sound right. Anyways, so this morning today I found out, we haven't paid rent yet. This would have been great to know before my license expired and my car insurance expired. You know, I consider myself a workaholic. And there's various reasons that I'm not the one working right now. It's just more stable this way. But I've been asking the question over and over again, do you need me to go get a job? Do you need me to go get a job? Do you need me to go get a job? It's tax season. I know how to track leads at a car lot around tax time, okay? And these people aren't selling luxury cars, okay? The car lot I managed, where I totally failed at, there were 2 cars on the lot under $20-something thousand. One was a truck, one was a Honda. No, there were 3. But this green Mercedes that time forgot, it didn't really count. I was so shocked that this prostitute bought it. I only wonder, you know, how she was making the payments and whether or not that contributed to Jalal's divorce from Volska. Jalal being Joey, the other Joey, the Z Import Joey. I sold a couple of cars at Deal and Doug's. I worked there for 2 weeks. And I sold like maybe 5 cars. 5 cars in 2 weeks. For that lot, it was shit. When I was ready to quit, I was at the desk, I remember. I read his mind. This just isn't working out. And he was like, yeah, I agree. What's up, Max? And, but good morning, Lacey, Joey, Conway, everybody. I'm in my own little fucking world here. It's silly putty face man. I forgot to take out the strings. Oh shit. It's gonna get infected imaginarily. No. So, right as my wife and I are in a screaming match about this job not paying enough that she's at, and you know, me not working, what happened last time when I was working, I'd love to be working right now. Oh, I'd love to be the one working right now. I'm trying I'm working. I'm just not getting paid for it. That's fun. But she's just not feeling this operation up there. And, well, I heard back from my guy. I was right. It does seem like there's some drama going on behind the scenes, and there's some. He's like this the whole day yesterday. And, okay. Let me just give some advice, since I gave advice on, how to put a deal together to seek investors. Let me give some advice on chasing investors. They're the customer. You're the salesman. Plain and simple. Follow the same exact sales process of follow-up to provide information to build a sense of urgency and relevance. Okay? And relevance is the key to urgency. You have to know something about them. You have to find some intel, ask them, how they're doing, and whatever relevant questions you can ask. Tailor your offer of information to what it is they might be doing that day, what they might be having in mind that day. Like, for instance, today my guy is going to be putting together a training conference. Okay? So the information I provide today is going to be relevant to leadership teams, personnel management, and best practices, and also my personal experience in real estate and sales. That is, the triggerfish. I saw him nip this one little gentle time at the small clownfish. And he nipped this one little gentle time at my just now. She didn't move for him. But he's just just a little kiss kind of. Not hitting her or doing any damage. When a triggerfish hits, they fucking boom. It's just that Smurfette is just so much more annoying. It's kind of like you're in my way, but no actual aggression, And, no even continued following with the eye, just kind of like a, hello, could you move, please? Okay. And I wonder if it's related to some semi-symbiotic activity that they do, where the clownfish will actually tag along with the triggerfish while he's feeding. And when he kicks up shit, they go and pick through it. Anyways. So, as far as investment pitches go, all right, so most investors are very passive people, and you want to be very cut and dry with them. But you have to differentiate those kind of people from people in the sales and sales training type business. Okay. You don't want to be at all hyperbolic or descriptive with most investors. Okay. But if you're trying to get somebody who's already in the sales industry, okay, real estate, cars, otherwise, to invest in your business, you need to show them how you can chase a lead. They're going to test you and play like they're going to play hard to get. There's no way in hell somebody in the sales business, and a sales professional in general, is going to have even a good investment prospect, even a well-written plan, everything, okay, without testing you to see if you have the patience, the tenacity, and the ability to create the sense of urgency, the ability to sell the product that you're pushing. Take it easy. Have a good day. Anyways, so myself personally, I'm going to be emphasizing the business organizational aspects of this whole thing. I'm going to review the information that I've provided. This is something important in this process. When it comes to follow-up, never be redundant. Don't waste a word. Okay? Don't make a text message, don't make a voicemail. If they're not answering, don't make that shit seem any longer than it has to. Okay? And when it comes to preparing talking points, stay away from scripts. Okay? But notes, talking points for a phone call, you want to have basically your customers organized on paper or on a file, okay? And you want to take notes as far as the things that you know about them, the things that you want to talk to them about, the things that they need to know about that product or service, whatever, home, car. And when you make these follow-ups, don't try to provide all the information, because the rest of the information, it'll all blend together. They won't be able to focus and think about any one thing, okay? So it'll seem like one piece of information instead of multiple pieces of value. And then, basically, it limits your contact. So if you wind up having to text them again or call them again, you don't have a reason to. What are you going to do? Just call up and like, I just wanted to see how you are and whether or not you decided about this. No. You don't call and say, yeah, I just wanted to see if you made up your mind about the... No. Hello, this is such and such from such and such. I wanted to tell you a couple of things that I researched about this product for you. Were you aware that it did this? Were you aware that it had that? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I just found that out myself. What'll they come up with next? Hey, doesn't that solve this problem that you said you had? All right, well, come in at blah, 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 and let's do this. You can ask a lot of questions. Never ask for the handshake, you know? Never go to that place. I did it for years. It never, ever, ever worked. Let's get this done. And let's send this car to the detail booth so it can be ready by the time we finish this paperwork. Okay? Yay, Lacey stayed watching Bleach. How far along are you in Bleach? No, Lacey's not pregnant. Oh. So with the house, oh, did you know it had a combined, one of them New Deal water heaters or whatever? Did you know it had 2-stage insulation? I talked to such and such, I talked to the inspector, I talked to this guy, blah, blah, blah. So now you don't have to worry about this, you don't have to worry about that. Y'all get to enjoy this, right? Something like that. And you can maybe say, so if you want, so if you give me the go-ahead, then I can go ahead and blah, 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 blah. But what you really want to say is sign the paper. Sign the fucking paper. Sign the paper. Let's do this. Get the value, make it relevant to the problems that they had. Let me go get that ready for you. Here, go ahead and sign that. I'll call up my cleaning lady. Get all the contractors and visitors' boots out of your carpet. I've never sold a house before. Doesn't that sound good? Yeah. Do you know why that works? Because it's about professionalism. You're there providing a service. You're trying to act as though you get paid for the work that you do. And guess what? If you don't, you won't. That's what commission only means. Anyways. I'm kind of watching the clock for when I'm going to make my next little follow-up. Yep, I'm pretty sure you guys see it many similar ways. It's just my default content. Like when I'm done working, you know, usually about an hour after when I end the broadcast at 3 a.m., I'll be like, oh, it's almost 5. I should probably get like 40 minutes of sleep till the bus gets here. I'll put on bleach. If I go back in the bedroom, if I actually get to sleep back there, um, that's the default TV program that I have on. If I'm working on something in my sketchbook and I want something on to not really have to pay attention to, fucking bleach every time. Have you, Max? You've seen the new mangas, right, from the final arc, the 1,000-Year Blood War. TYBW. Okay. If you look Bleach episodes or Bleach manga playlist, TYBW. There's one playlist with 74 videos, I think. And it's got pretty much that whole arc in order, well done with the music and everything, like I was saying, like I was impressed by. But at least it answered a lot of questions, though. I mean, come on, before that, like, I mean, well, the end of the fucking series that's on Hulu, which is like the commonly known, the Adult Swim, formerly Adult Swim, publicized version, right? That didn't get posted up there until right about then. That was just the Fullbring arc. But I have heard that just, seeing different people here and there, it might just be fucking gossip, that they're going to try to complete the cartoon series as the final arc is. But I wouldn't, even if they get that done, especially if they do get that done, I wouldn't count out the manga thing getting resolved and the kids growing up, because I keep seeing that they're at least working on trying to get deals. Yeah, the final arc isn't the final arc, and they're trying to work on a deal with some other fucking publisher to get a manga out. And I suppose if they do that, then they would be able to get the rest of the series done, because they would have incentive to, because I guess maybe they're having trouble filming the last of it because it's the last of it. That can happen. Sometimes your budget runs out before the finale, But yeah, well, it may just be gossip. Anyways. The time has come, my little friends, to smoke on other things. What? Kaloo will rake the day where cabbages and kings. I kind of Really committed to that, didn't I? Sorry, I thought it was a walrus for a second. Cuckoo, ka-choo. Who wants to be the Eggman? I am the Eggman. We are the Eggman. I am the walrus. Stop doing drugs. What? So, speaking of the walrus and all, I see somebody has managed to write a movie. Well, no. They've managed to make a movie without actually having to write a movie. They've managed to do a lot of, like, screenplay writing. You know, they've managed to piece bits of a story together and make a plot. Ish. The plot is Beatles music. What the fuck? It's like the reason why I hated the fucking music business. The reason why I knew it just wasn't going to work for me. You could only get into it by doing two things. Knowing somebody already, or designing your songs just to be catchy and what people like. Just to basically fluff up trends of the day. You know? Like, I hate to say it, like Black Eyed Peas. Oh, Yoruichi Shohoin. That's a bad bitch right there. In the final manga, she goes full feline. Which is weird. It's like, what is she, in a ran car? She doesn't have a Zanpakuto, toe, but she has a release mode. That's weird. Makes me wonder, like, yeah, you know, speaking of unanswered questions, is the Shohoin or the Shiba clan a fucking cat people or something? Like, are they like from some sort of time forgot that that Kaname Tozen's people are from? You know, giant fucking dog people and little cat people. And, you know, where the fuck are the lizard people? Right? Definitely mused. Shiban Shibat. Shiban Shibat. Shiba Shabba Shiba. Can I finish? So I don't know what that fucking little riff was. That was a pretty good little riff, huh? A little blues rocky. been one I had in my head for a number of years, but I never really put any words to it. And it's like I want to make a whole fucking like an ironic economic kind of sarcastic song, you know. Hashtag potholes. Like, it reminds me of the Cold Hearted Blues riff, though. Because before I had that smoke a joint jam session with Danny where we pressed record and fucking actually made it was just something I was playing while I was homeless. It was just like a little riff that I was playing while I was homeless, just to be able to. Early morning, down in New Orleans. Early morning, down in New Orleans. Well, I had nothing but trouble, if you know what I mean. Remains to be seen. Well, I'm coming back from there to this cold-hearted news. I got the cold-hearted. I never know how horrible that song's going to be until I try to make it the first song I sing in the morning. I don't know. Well, technically second, but, be aggressive doesn't really count. Right? The like, what's he doing there with all the weird religious and Gaelic and damn near Johannite, Magdalenian type references? It's like he knows, isn't it? It's weird. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's not like anything you could see from that without, like, knowing that stuff already, you know? glad I could take you on this journey with me. To the land of the fretboard. Where I just don't go often enough. Because this is a tiny little town. Tiny. Look, it's like a fucking ukulele. Like, okay, my little Telecaster body, that's tiny enough. I've had people who play, you know, like regular acoustic sized guitars and even standard electric guitars. They pick up that and it's like, this is kind of small, isn't it? It's just like a little bit, it's just like a tiny little bit smaller than most guitars. You get up a Fender Telecaster, they're the same way. Especially the older ones, the ones that are hollow body, the semi-hollow bodies. This one's built like that, only it's a full hollow body acoustic electric from 1972. And I still can't find my fucking guitar strings. I keep like looking behind shit. I have an idea where they might actually be. Wrong. Ah! Okay. Something fell and I caught it. Yeah. Should have that. As for me and my guitar strings, apparently they've gone to the dark side. More falling objects. Yay! How are you, stupid guitar strings? Still my guitar has no strings. I don't know how or why I can't find them. I bought them from the store. Usually you buy things from a store and you keep track of it. That's what I get for like trying to save money by buying a fucking 5-pack. No, buy them in bulk. That way, whenever you need a string set, you'll just have them right there. 3 at a time isn't enough. That's why I used to buy a 3-pack. No, let's buy the fucking... It's at least a 5-pack. And now three brand new sets of strings. Are vanished into thin air. And I really would like to play the guitar that I can actually play again, so that I can actually play it. Yeah. That would be nice. I guess I'll just keep playing my little fucking ukulele. Right, I've gone through all the emergency strings. I've popped 3 total now since my last fresh stringing, and 2 of them are the same ones. But one I can't find altogether. I didn't have it in my emergencies. Well, at least not in the emergencies that I can find, because I didn't feel the need to hold on to my legacy emergencies. You know, like all the old rusty ones that you took off years ago. You know, I actually went and threw some of those away because I thought, oh, I got a fucking 5-pack now. I'll be building up extra strings again. But then there were some really old I mean, like, they were my emergency strings when I lived in my car 10 years ago. Okay, they were you know, they were old. Yeah, that's true. I just wonder about the malleability. I'm really bad at popping strings to begin with, so the last thing I need is some slightly compromised strings. And the idea of adding heat to it after it's been worn out, I don't know. Plus the oxidization has already taken material off of it. I just never really thought it would be worth the effort to only have them, you know, pop again. Well, I'm like thinking of other places I can look right now. It's like, just like, maybe I could just find them. Suddenly. And suddenly there was with the angels a multitude of guitar strings. Fresh from the Guitar Center. Don't strum so hard. Don't strum so hard. Don't strum so hard, you dumb ass. But I've got rage. Okay. No, no, no. Don't fall. No. Yes, I see those are strings. Movie box set. Light bulbs. No. Oh, no joy. Oh, shit. There's an entire drawer thing. It's not even in here anymore. Oh, did I just get a splinter on my foot? Damn it. Ow. Fucker. Somewhere in this mountain of bullshit, I had strings, and when I put them on my guitar, it would fucking sing. Oh, look, it's the black paint that I said would never get used for anything. 2 cans of it. Still not having been used for anything. Can't see that. What the fuck is this? Random bullshit in a box. Oh, that's beautiful bullshit. Good. Nice change of pace. Guitar strings, let me play guitar strings. It's not as much fun to strum on the fretboard. Ah! You're in the box of shit, cooperate. Stuff. Go back in there. Yeah, I'm ready to go through this house and just throw everything away. Except the guitar strings. Something else is around. Jenga. Oh. Well, that's something we have the room for. I fucking failed. I can't find them. Still no guitar strings. Oh well. Getting over it, I guess. back itch. Okay. Need a tree to scratch up against. Anyways. Any requests? It appears I have a guitar. Not my guitar. Still my guitar gently weeps. How the fuck do strings just disappear? The ghost of my mother came in here and threw them away. That was some little jazz band thing. I barely remember. That's like full orchestra. Orchestratizing, shut off the stream. Yes. Yes, you definitely want to listen to something relaxing while eating cheese sandwiches. Like Impamina Girl. That's nice. What the hell's going on with this shit? Is it gonna fuck up or what? It's spinning me right right round, baby, right round, like it isn't streaming right round. Izzle. Hey, I'm very proud that I learned those cheesy jazz chords. It took a long time for me to bother. I had to go into college just to learn a few of those fucking things. I was a barcode and blues wonder before that, yeah. I wrote this song before A Perfect Circle ever came out in 1994, maybe 5. We go from cheesy blues or cheesy jazz to cheesy grunge. Locked inside a cage, preoccupied by rape, not feeling my own. Then you turn the page, not shone upon me. It's you who gave me life, and I was never That's where these octaves go. left my side. You're out of my trust. To find the love that you once shown. In this still finds a home. The only one I know. You, my soul is yeah. And to that down like a whole step just so I can hit the regular pitch for it. So I sang it way down. Yeah. Sorry if you couldn't even hear the fucking verse. But that was the first song I ever wrote back when I was like 14. Hasn't changed a note. Maybe not since I was 15. Only I did play it better back then. Right? Good cheese at 14, exactly. Could have said that shit better myself, Mac. That was beautiful. Maximo, the secret marketing genius. Marketing, okay, is simply the gift of telling people how it is. Be a bullshitter. You can tell people how it isn't. Or you can tell people how it is. People who have a talent for telling people how it is can write a good commercial, can make up a good flyer, you know. The key is to stop being conformist and actually think just problem solution oriented. Anyway. But seriously, chicks dug that song. Oh, I remember when Lauren LeBlanc, the flirty girl owner, she read that and cried. Oh. She had a big crush on me back in the day. I shouldn't, but I did. And that's just how that goes. Huh. I wonder how many T-shirts I would have to design for her to make it worth her while. Tell her she'll hear me out. Just hear my fucking proposal. I will obsessively manufacture cute phrases and shit to put on T-shirts for her. I don't feel like putting my brain in that mode right now. But if I put my brain in that mode, oh, you know, it's like when we play word games. Now I'm thinking of ironic variations on the Who Dat shirt. Because of the whole, you know, whodunit thing. Anyway, I got my own t-shirts that I want her to fucking make. That I was planning on paying her for. But maybe. I don't know. I need to focus on my guy, though. That's the winner right there. Whenever he becomes not too busy. He told me this morning, good morning, and told me this week is busier than he expected or something like that. And then he says he's definitely going to try to talk to me sometime this week before he leaves town for this fucking big training conference thing that they're prepping for today. Ah! Wait, let me try to hold my hand still. No, still. As still as I can get it right there. It's fucking twitching. Hypertension. Kitten calendar. I'm like the kid from Transformers right when he gets turned on, only I'm like that all the time. Start writing glyphs on the walls. I feel like that all the time. Fuck. Since 2011? Oh, yeah, pretty much. I watched that. I watched the Transformers movie again after that shit happened to me, and I could not stop laughing. I found that so hysterically funny, especially with the snaky-headed bitch trying to steal the man from, you know. How many interesting movies are there without the fucking parallel, you know? Jeez. How many times am I going to hand tighten this before I try to find a screwdriver? At least I tried. Kitten calendar. I'm not going to try too hard with this because, you know, fucking Martin acoustic and all. Oh, just a tiny little fuck up on the screw. Oh, and I got it tight for now. More than hand tight, at least. You know what I should have tried? I didn't think of. Oh. Double handed. There we go. Okay. This one? No, that one's glued. Yeah. So, Martin, when they make a cheap guitar, they still make it sound fucking brilliant. They still have all the nice wooden structure on the inside. Like the nice resonantly positioned bowed wood and everything. But they don't give you any inlays on the fretboard. That screws me up. And the rear is glued. This one's not impressive or anything, but you know, at least it screws in. No pick guard. Nothing wrong with the bridge. Nothing wrong with the string holders. And the wood back here is very grainy. Feels like you get a splinter from it. Like I'm tempted to sand it down, man. But I haven't had any problems yet, so I don't want to fuck it. Anyways. Good looking little guitar. The wood looks nice. And of course, you know, the Martin & Co. and the Martin on the screw tabs. Anyways, thank you to General for the guitar. I try to get the kid to play it. She doesn't play. She doesn't practice her tuba at home enough either. Anyways. So, what am I going to do for them that's relevant to what he's doing today? That is the question. Tonight on 60 Minutes. Oi! Okay, don't fall down, little guitar. What can I do for him? Or what am I doing with my thing that's relevant? Training conferences? Yeah. I like continuous training. I don't like training conferences. I like, you know, combined process training, you know, the in-house training combined with generic productivity and or, you know, worker safety, depending on whether it's a sales job or a production job. But I like to use that to enhance productivity, to reduce liability, to increase individual sales margins, and to basically give the employees something to do on the clock that isn't hard, you know. I mean, unless learning is hard for them, in which case, you know, they need to find a new fucking job. Oh, would that I could just go back and fucking sell Hondas again. I'd rather have my own dealership. Okay. You know, like, um, what I'm hoping is maybe I can say part of my, you know, plan and method of operation that would be helpful to him right now. I could really, yeah, I should focus on that, shouldn't I? Because there are some things that, frankly, I'm going to be doing much better than they're doing right now. Especially when it comes to sales mentorship and strategy meetings and how those are supposed to go. But, like, okay. He held on to that fucking notebook for almost a month, right? In the notebook, I put little jokes and stuff. And shit about how Facebook and YouTube have basically betrayed our country and are therefore vulnerable to competition. if deployed effectively. I didn't hold back much. I held back, a lot, but I made like just a little mention of just about everything while being myself. Well, not myself. That's not called for. I'll preach to a crowd, but I'll only teach people who are called to be taught. And the ones who are called to set up walls have walls around themselves, so I don't have to worry about them even hearing me. Oh, some good coffee. I want more of it, but it's way over there. Review. Review. Drink it, coffee, drink it, coffee, drink it, coffee. Turn up the espresso, have a cappuccino now. Ah. Because there'll be another Starbucks in another few blocks. What? All right. So, strategizing in real time. Need to grab a newt card. Knock over my little. No card. Or no card. I'm just gonna grab a couple there. Oh, God. Okay, it's all falling over. It's all going horribly wrong. I feel like a cat on Sabrina Teenage Witch. Why me? Okay. Hello. I am Guitar Stock Face. No. I am not Guitar Stock Face. I just play him on fake TV. So anyway. we have an office with a recruiting problem and facing an economic downturn and facing a growing internet competition thing. Okay. So, recruiting, declining market, recruiting and retention. Declining market, and oil, and growing let's say non-conventional competition. Communicating, building, communicating advantage. To build value. Something that needs to be done from the management down. What's the point of having fucking team meetings, especially about recruiting or sales, if you're not asking, so, does anybody have a stubborn customer they'd like to discuss? And get strategy advice on that. Or when it comes to recruiting, talk to your recruiting people. Remind them on a daily basis what Keller Williams has done lately, what they've done in the past, what they'll do in the future. Make like a rotating thing. Just sort of hypnotically brainwash them. Sorry, I'm talking about this one guy's office over here. I'm thinking about my takeover. So, you take each one of these problems and you ask yourself, what's your advantage? My advantage. Recruiting and retention. Excitement. No, sir. No, sir. Get the fuck on out of this window. Ah. Yeah, making a video. That's why that's there. So, for my company in particular, the excitement would be around getting to make money off of saving the environment. That's pretty obvious. But generically speaking, rotating motivational goals and lessons about past difficulties and success. That's two reasons to hire yourself a good business analyst. No matter what a hotshot business owner you think you are. One is to do their job, and one is to help you get your employees to do a better job. So, what do you do about a declining market? Well, during a declining market, whether people know about the declining market or not, it's healthy to emphasize the ways that your company's different strategies for stability help keep bills paid during declining market times. Seasonal alternative activity strategies that factor out on a lower per hour spent profit basis, but that can be more, long-term helpful. Spend some money taking time to be involved in the community. Keep your name relevant, even when the customers aren't coming in. Because for every two there is a fro, for every stop there is a go, and for every decline there is a rally. for every Blue Devil damsel, there's a stupid territorial display. Tell you what, one thing that owners don't like to hear is that in order to make workers more productive long term, in order to make them feel like part of the family and actually commit to the job that they have long term, not just in the beginning when they know people are watching. I'm talking about when nobody's watching, years later, hopefully. Sometimes it's months later for some people. Sometimes it's weeks, huh? Sometimes it's the moment the fucking boss leaves, isn't it? Not me, the whole fucking time I worked for Bromart, I was a Bromart man. I miss my first job. I miss my grocery store. I worked for Zappardo's. I was a Zappardo's man. I miss that grocery store too. I worked there twice. First time I worked there, it was all the price guns. The old school price guns. Oh, I was done. Old school price guns where you know, set the fucking price. It was fun. It was wasteful, tedious sometimes, especially when you're fucking gun jam shit, trying to refill it. It is fun, just like, you know, trying to like get quick with it. I miss doing that. You know, I'm just itching to get some work done when I'm sitting there fucking reminiscing over using a price gun. Holy fuck. I'm reminiscing about using a price gun. second time I went to work there, you still had some price gun items, but they had switched over to the warehouse that they switched to AG, the warehouse that I was using at Promart, and so like I knew the whole computer and tag system. Like it was a cool feeling being like ahead of the game and looking great. Okay, well, good. You want to make me a manager? Oh, you want to be a manager? Well, we got this one old asshole. You come take over for him. And then we're going to move him to another department. Because he's annoying all the guys back there. And that's what I did. I came frozen foods manager for the second time in my life. Dingo. And don't get it twisted. That's not necessarily a dead-end job. Working at a grocery store is not necessarily a dead-end job if you know how to invest. If you can get to where you actually save, if you actually plan your life right, don't get a girl pregnant when you're fucking 20 years old. Don't get a girl pregnant until you're 30-something. Shit. Petey! Petey! Fucker. Cut that out. I don't care that she's being a bitch. I know. Just ignore her. Okay? It's okay. Go on. Anyways. It's a dogfish. It thinks it's a dog. I don't know. There you go. I move forward. Right in the head. He had relaxed for a second there. So, excitement A and B. Two reasons. One, why people want to work there. One, why people want to stay working there. Let's see. What's a reason why people want to work for me? That should or could also apply to Keller Williams. But it doesn't cost money. Fucking meetings where you actually listen to your employees. Not bitch about each other, but about process, about policy. Now, declining market's tricky. Mr. Conway, how's it going, sir? I'm currently trying to push my sale in a way that will help this guy organize his office. And therefore, basically, kind of knock two birds out with one stone, get this deal done by both pressuring him or reminding him of just how good the deal is. Okay, building value in the deal, right? While actually telling him something that helps him right now. I'm actually giving him something of value. Just to make sure that he reads what I say and takes it seriously, knowing that he's having a busy, stressful fucking week. And especially today where they're planning this weekend convention trip to one of the big training conferences, where all the real estate people go and talk about how much money they can make. Yeah. Okay, so using net analytics, to pull efforts and focused on pull, focus on, focus, not pull, focus, mentor managed focus. Mentor managed adaptation. Adaptive strategies applied to the network. Basically, net market analytics. So as to basically try to figure out what's working, where, with what kind of customer, what kind of area buyer, what have you. The growing non-conventional competition. Fish stores have that. That's for sure. As far as what I'm doing, though, I am the non-conventional competition. As far as the overall picture. More cottage-based type factories, creating jobs. Dingo. Cut it out. Become it. Assimilate. Assimilate and overpower. When somebody's doing something new that you don't do yet, figure out a way to do it better. Figure out a way to do it more. If you can't do it better, do it more. Squash that bug as soon as it fucking comes buzzing in your face. Continued sales education. Rotating. Biz. Historical analysis. Listen to the customers through the employees during meetings on a daily basis. How about a ticket-based, anonymous uh, tips and suggestions, basically encouraging them to make an anonymous tip or suggestion And also stress tokens. To be given out by management. Check this out. Stress tokens. A video game token for a video game that's in the break room. I recommend Cruisin' USA, the 2-player. That's bitchin'. Any large employment area should have a fucking video game in the break room. How do you expect people to relieve stress while staying energetic? Okay? What do you want them going in there moping around? Oh, it's my break time. I hate my fucking job. Cruisin' USA! Come on, are you fucking kidding me? And especially, okay, like, oh, I just had this fucking customer. Blah, 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 blah. Give him one for dealing with the customer. And then say, next time, if you can come in here and tell me with a positive attitude what you're going to do about it, I'll give you 2 tokens for putting up with some bullshit like that. And then they go, I'm taking a break. Oh, I love Cruisin' USA. Great fucking arcade game right there. Whatever you do, don't make it one of them shooting video games. That's not a good thing for a stressful office. And this is what I'm going to do to Dan. This is what I'm going to do to Steve. You know, like, no, you don't want them venting in such a manner. And I'm going to shoot both of Susie's tits off. Oh, sorry. Why am I always going to Gertrude? I go to Susie and then Gertrude. Why Gertrude and Ethel? Susie, Gertrude, and Ethel. Bobby Sue. Don't call her Susie, she'll punch you. Square in the nose. Call her Bobby Sue. I'm Bobby Sue and I could ride horses. That girl. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm not thinking of Australian Susie Q. I would just call her Sheila. So anyways, thank you for like number 4. You are too kind. I'm glad you like the idea about stress tokens at employees. And you know, for especially a sales office that does commission only, it's a really a cheap way to make up for the fact that you're not paying for people by the hour. Okay? And what I mean by that is don't just redeem it for video games. Because clearly what you want to do is have tokens the size and weight of quarters and have your video games take both tokens and quarters, and you get the tokens cheaper. And if someone should have made a sale but didn't, oh man, If someone really should have made a sale but didn't because the customer was a fucking douche or just dicking them around to begin with, reach in that jar, just give them a handful of fucking coins. And make that shit work at the vending machine, whatever. Go get you a Coke and some chips and go play Cruising USA. And, you know, they do have more advanced arcade machines that can take a proprietary token and chips, and coins. But, you know, you get the idea. Management reality series on social media. Like, don't just encourage managers and department heads to make posts. Encourage them to have conversations. Need I explain why? So, you know, if you're slow and they got time to fart around on social media, have them fart around with each other on the company letterhead, you know, on the company accounts, on their company only profiles, not their personal ones. They can add, congenial, congenial friends, business associates, as friends to their work account, obviously, because that's how you network, right? People always know somebody who needs whatever you do or have. And that's, you know, what should be where Facebook makes its money. But, you know, they don't want Americans' money. Not really. Not unless the American product is going to do damage to America somehow. They're so consistent with it, too. So, hair in my coffee. I always do the little dry finger plop for dust, ashes, hair, whatever. I refuse to waste more than a couple drops of coffee. It would be sacrilege. What? Everyone loves their coffee because coffee is a wonderful thing. Recruiting and retention. Uh, done with a co-equal effort to generate excitement about the product. Dual purpose advertising. Dual purpose recruiting and advertising. And you know, at this point, I don't even think I'm going to hide it. I think I'm just going to tell you. Here's some things that I have planned for our future company that might be helpful with what you guys are facing now. Not what's happening there, not what y'all are doing now, what's going wrong there now. Nothing there. Always try to find a way to word things that somebody couldn't possibly take personal. Because text messages can be easily taken personally. Yeah. Grammar fail. Boom. Fucking should have had a V8 smack for that one. Take it personal. Don't take it personal. Usually I couldn't stand to hear somebody say that without saying Lee. Otherwise you should, I don't know, add a comma and then you're talking to somebody named personal. I don't know. Don't take it personally. Grammar. Science. The science of words. Personally. It's a good woody word. Personally. Kind of like individual. That's a nice woody word. But somehow, individualist. Tinny. Oh, horribly tinny word. Let me tell you something. If you have to label yourself as an individualist, you're not an individualist. Because if you label yourself an individualist, you belong to a group of people called individualists. There's the flawless Sean Morris logic for the day. You're welcome. Nobody knows the nose hairs I trim, 'cause I trim them off camera. That was a dangleberry. It's like a dingleberry. Only it just dangles. It doesn't leave nothing dingy. Relatively harmless by comparison. Just kind of tickles your nose when you breathe out. Dangleberry. This is the dangleberry as opposed to this, which is, I don't know, the Halle Berry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was just uncalled for. All right. Like, keep dreaming. No. See. What it means to be a happily married man is to realize it's okay that you can't have Halle Berry. You couldn't handle that shit anyways. You stay married for a while and it all makes sense. You don't see the pretty girls and you're like, oh, I wish I could have that. No. You're just like, oh, nice to look at and way too much trouble. I love my wife. My wife is like, she's like living on Arrakis. It's beautiful. It's where you want to be. It's what gives life meaning. But it keeps you strong. The harshness bears you to weather. No, I'm not saying my wife has a moisture problem, by the way. None yet. But, I've gone too far. I've gone too far. Far too far. I think I may have actually been hopeful for a second to have her slapping me. Is that because deep down I miss my mama? No, it's just recognition of that everybody needs a good smack from time to time. I see people every day. You could just use a good whoops upside the head. So I don't think I'm immune. I know that I'm a dumbass sometimes. Is there something? Cut it out. Could have had a V8. Could have had a guitar face. Guitar face boy, his face is like the head of a guitar. That was special, I know. Not in a good way. like kicked out of special ed special. Like, you're not really disadvantaged, you just didn't want to do homework anymore. That kind of special. Yeah, that's what that was. Guitar face boy, what is the secret of your power? See, plagiarism. See, those guys always cheat off other people. Especially when their faces look like guitars. You never trust those guys. Oh, fuck. You know, those kind of guys walk to a different tune. But don't bunch. So anyway, incentivize continued training. Privilege incentivize continued training. You don't want to waste resources on people who aren't showing the drive. You want to offer some resources to people willing to pay for it for themselves as salespeople. But then somebody makes a perfect score on their training course, they should get something for free. Somebody makes a good score on their training course, they should get a discount. That kind of thing. I'm talking about cars, letterhead, envelopes, return address stickers for packages. Things that give you a very professional identity to help you in sales. When you at least have the sense of being established in a company, or that a company can quickly establish you, it gives the customers a sense of security in knowing that this is either somebody who's been there long enough to get their own name on some shit, or this company is organized well enough to quickly get their name on some shit. Therefore, they're probably tracking everything this cat's doing right now. But then what's more is, if you integrate that into training as a reward thing, there becomes the opportunity for that to be, you know, conversation piece, Facebook post, whatever. Especially when it comes to like actually something nice. Custom shirts, jackets, hoodies, pullovers, hats, gloves, work gloves. Oh. Who wouldn't want to have work gloves that match their fucking work uniform, like branded to their brand or whatever? If they're working, like, give me some Honda fucking mechanic's glove to work on the work as a Honda mechanic. Oh, I just, you know, I'm gonna feel like I'm on part of a sports team or something, some kind of futuristic football with like a glowing disc or something. I was picturing people on Tron motorcycles throwing crankshafts at each other and shit. That's not really a sport. Just sounds fun. Lots of explosions. Yeah. Anyways, see, you know, if you want to be a good Tron employee, you gotta have your nice matching Tron business cards and your little pen with the glowy line down the side of it. Oh, I so want glow in the dark ink on business cards. That'd be great. Oh, that'd be so fucking great. Make it. Here's a great idea. Free great idea for any future business person. Leave a customer service or other type of contact information that you would want somebody to have 24-hour access to. Great thing for power companies to do, actually, and have on it, leave this on your windowsill. That way they can always find it at night. Say if the power goes off, oh, what a concept. You could have something that glows in the dark with the number to the power company. And maybe other emergency numbers. Why not? You could make it a window sticker. But just like a fucking business card. How great would that be? Just a glow in the dark ink business card. Just, you know, just tuck it under where your fucking blinds sit and collect dust anyways. On the other side of it, you know. Not under. Sorry. As long as it sits there exposed to light all day, that fucker will glow all night. Be glowing until probably like 3 a.m. shit. And if the power goes out after 3, suck it up, cupcake. At least you've provided a time frame within which the sun can come up without their food spoiling. But now, here's why this advice actually applies to more than just fucking power companies. why it's actually a good marketing idea. Because they'll leave it on their windowsill. You give them an extra one. One to keep in their pocket. You give this extra card to them for whatever reason. You gotta think of some kind of a bullshit reason, I guess, or actual reason. The power company was the first viable reason I could think of, and I can't think of another reason right now, so yeah, I guess I would have to think of a bullshit reason in some cases. A cutesy reason, you know? It can even be something stupid, intentionally stupid. Some kind of little comic or something, right? You just say, put this on your windowsill, or keep this on your windowsill. And they keep it on their windowsill, just to see what it has on there. They look at it that night, and they say, oh, look, it glows. Oh, look, a little cute little guy doing a thing, whatever. Comic, whatever. Something funny, you think of it. And then, you know, it's like, well, it's useful information. I'll keep the shit on my windowsill. I'll be able to find it later. And then, you know, people go out and clean out their business cards, and they throw shit away, and they lose it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go then. I think I finished my story. Glow in the dark fucking business card. Place they can keep it out of the way so it doesn't get, like, you know, recycled or discarded or ignored. Just an out of sight, out of mind backup card, kind of. Anyways, so thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Later, y'all. Thanks for watching and chatting and clicking the like button and